It's your boy FreshBoyLuv, first person that you guys don't bring us on the brand new reaction video. Welcome welcome back. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And I have another reaction video for you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. If so, always remember to like, comment, and sub to the channel and turn on post notifications so I always know when I post a brand new video. But yeah, without further ado, let's hop right into this. More spooky reaction videos coming your way. It's still spooky season in my eyes, so we're gonna react to some spooky content. Today's content we're going to be reacting to top 10 haunted places you can actually spend the night in. So before we start the video, let me know down in the comment section if you guys would spend the night in a place that you know is actually haunted. And if you guys would do it for money, let me know how much money it would take for you to spend the night in a haunted place. And if you guys would do it without money, let me know why, even though we all know why. You're pretty much as crazy as the haunted house is. For me, staying in a haunted house, you would definitely have to pay me because if something happens to me, like at least somebody in my family would get the money. But but yeah, but let me know down in the comment section. And without further ado, let's hop right into this video and see some haunted places that people would stay in.
And some woke up to see a dark figure standing by their bed.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 haunted places you can spend the night in.
And it's seriously creepy.
For this list, we're looking at ghostly venues where you can book a room for the night, should you be so inclined. Have you ever stayed in a haunted hotel? Tell us about it in the comments. Number 10, The Mermaid Inn, Rye, East Sussex, England.
Okay, sorry to pause the video, guys. I just thought of something in my head. I have a quick little story to tell. Then we'll get back to the video. But I do have an experience with I guess like a haunting. So years back, like my mom's birthday, we went to Savannah, Georgia, to visit there for like the first time because my mom wanted to try one of the holiday restaurants that was there during the time. So we stayed at a hotel and we that was near the restaurant. And then like on one of the days we went out to like explore like the city and like things like that. And we went on like this tour bus thing. And the tour bus as like I guess supposedly like Savannah, Georgia is one of the most like haunted cities like in like the country. So we took like this tour bus and we went to like different, I guess, supposedly like haunted houses. And in that particular haunted house, like we like just came from, we were getting back on the bus, and this girl, she was showing pictures to people on the bus, I guess that she caught on her phone, of like this white figure thing just standing. It was like in one of the houses, like it was pretty much dark like the whole time. So, but usually I can still take pictures and things like that. And I guess she caught like a picture of this white figure thing just like standing there, but there's nothing there in the house when like we were going in it. But it caught like a white thing like in like her camera. It was pretty freaky. It kind of freaked me out like a little bit because it's like, is that something? Because he took it with like her iPhone, like right then and there. It was like right in her camera. So it's not like she could have edited it like really quickly. So that was like my first experience as like I guess seeing like a haunting or seeing like a ghost or something. So yeah, it was pretty freaky. That was my only time I guess experience with like a haunting. But let me know down in the comment section if you guys experiencing any type of haunting before in like your life. I want to know. I'm kind of curious.
If you're ever in jolly old England and happen to be in the vicinity of Rye, you can book a stay at the Mermaid Inn.
A lot of old
The
countries and
inn's cellars
cities
date
are
back
always
to
the
the
ones that are
12th
haunted.
century, and its above-ground structure was last rebuilt in the 15th. With such a long, rich history, ghosts are kind of inevitable.
It's like as if they had everyone frightened.
The inn has 31 rooms, and at least 8 are famous for their ghostly residents, according to their website.
There's both an elderly lady and a child. Let's sit here.
Stories include spirit sword duels, chairs rocking by themselves, sudden temperature drops, people in old-fashioned dress sitting on beds at night, a lady in white sitting by the fire who likes to wet your clothes if you leave them on her chair, and the list goes on.
That's pretty
There's so
creepy.
much history at the Mermaid Inn that it's little wonder the building is so haunted, with nearly every bedroom having its own ghost story.
Number 9. Omni Homestead Resort, Hot Springs, Virginia, United States. The Omni Homestead was
So if you
first
guys
built in
ever go to Virginia or visit or live in Virginia, don't ever go to the Omni Resort. That place is haunted, and you may not make it out alive.
1766, intentionally
'cause it
near a
looks nice
large
doesn't
concentration
mean
of
you
hot
just stay
springs,
there.
which are believed to have healing properties. The resort itself is beautiful, surrounded by scenic mountains and rich natural forests. With age comes much history, and this place is not without its resident spirits. The most notable is a woman who was to be married at the resort in the early 1900s, only to be abandoned by her fiancé.
Are you breaking up with me?
I love The Notebook. It's such a good movie.
I don't see how it's gonna work.
I see. Please don't do this. You don't mean it.
The heartbroken woman took her own life and is said to still be roaming the 14th floor halls in a panic, asking visitors and staff.
That's creepy. She took her own
To
life.
help
and
protect
went
from
on a haunted
HIV,
place still.
I prep
That's crazy.
without pills.
With Apretude, a prescription medicine used to
Now, if someone killed her, that like would have been different. But I think you took her own life, and now you want to haunt the place.
The heartbroken woman took her own life and is said to still be roaming the 14th floor halls in a panic, asking visitors and staff members for the time. Number 8. Equinox Golf Resort and Spa, Manchester, Vermont, United States. The Equinox was built in the late 18th century and was a popular hotel for U.S. politicians such as Ulysses S. Grant and Theodore Roosevelt. In 1864, Abraham Lincoln's wife, Mary Todd Lincoln, visited the Equinox and made reservations to return with her husband the following year. The hotel prepared a suite specifically for the couple, but the president was assassinated shortly before the planned sojourn. There have been sightings of the former First Lady and a small boy assumed to be her son Robert. Guests and staff have equally reported hearing whispers, items moved around the rooms, and lights spontaneously turning on in the middle of the night. Number 7. The historic Lizzie Borden House, Fall
yeah,
River,
I
Massachusetts,
remember.
United States.
Well, I don't
Lizzie
remember, but I
Borden
seen
is
the
definitely
movie.
a
That's what
recognizable name in macabre
referred
U.S.
to,
history.
Lizzie Borden.
You can believe what you
Chicken
wish,
Axe or
but
something
most
like that.
lean towards Borden's guilt in the deaths of her father and stepmother.
Yep.
The unfortunate couple was murdered, presumably by
killed them with-
hatchet, in their
with an
home on
axe or
2nd
hatchet
Street
or
in
whatever.
Fall River, Massachusetts, on August 4th, 1892.
Abby?
Though she was acquitted, most
Those
of
gotta
the
be most
stories don't
painful
really
group
add up.
ever to be
We have schools
killed
that
with
come
an
here,
axe or a
forensics
knife or
classes,
any
law
type of weapon
classes.
that's sharp.
From what I'm told, it's one of the most studied murder trials in U.S. history, and it's quite an amazing story in itself.
The historic Lizzie Borden House is the actual house where the incident took place, where tours are offered and serves as a bed and breakfast for the brave.
Today, you can take a 1-hour tour of the museum, and if you're feeling courageous, you can rent a room for the night.
According to their site, visitors have reported, quote,
Not gonna
strange
lie, I'm
odors,
super
voices,
hungry, y'all.
objects
My
moving
stomach
on their
is
own,
rumbling.
feeling touched at night, and footsteps,
Definitely gotta get
as
some
well
food
as
right after this
full-body
reaction
ghost
video.
sightings.
I heard footsteps in the room next to me. I heard a man's voice also coming from somewhere in the house. I heard footsteps up above me. I heard footsteps going up the stairs.
Number 6. Chillingham Castle, Chillingham, Northumberland, England.
It's said Chillingham is the epitome of evil.
The appropriately named Chillingham Castle started out as a monastery in the 12th century. It was further constructed into a castle in 1344 and has remained within its family bloodline since. In its centuries of history, the castle has seen wars, attempted sieges, royal visitors, and much more.
Outside, it's really, really very spooky because it's so dark.
There are a number of resident
huge
spirits in the
castle.
castle. including a
living there.
pale, sickly pantry ghost who begs for water, 2 ethereal men conversing in the chapel, and shadowy courtyard wanderers.
It was a woman, and she was kind of what we interpreted to be screaming, "Help me." It was kind of like, "Help me, help me."
Visitors have claimed feelings of being grabbed, hearing whispers,
that's too
and
much.
more. If you're too spooked to book an overnight stay, they offer a number of ghost tours.
I didn't hear the others talk about this part.
I mean, I would do a ghost tour. I probably would have stayed there. I'm not gonna lie.
Number 5, the Russell Hotel, Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. The area in which the Russell Hotel lies was originally the site of a convict hospital in the late 18th century. The property has a history of passing ownership, but the building that still stands was built in 1887, originally known as the Port Jackson Hotel. The hotel is known as the most haunted in Sydney. Its famed ghostly resident, a sailor, haunts room 8. It's said that the seaman was murdered by a lady of the night in that room, and his spirit lingers. Feeling courageous? Book the room and be disturbed all night by the vindictive sailor, particularly if you're a lone woman. Number 4, Antietam Creek Campsite, Hagerstown, Maryland, United States. It's one thing to sleep in a haunted room, but to sleep in a tent surrounded by ghosts?
Trust me, we don't want any part in this one.
The Battle of Antietam took place during the Civil War and was one of the most brutal in American history, with a death count of over 22,000.
September 17,
That's a brutal war.
1862, stands still today as the single bloodiest day in all of American history. Nearly twice as many Americans died in a single day at Sharpsburg, Maryland, as had fallen in the American Revolution, the War of 1812, the Mexican War, and the Spanish-American War combined.
Right near the historic battlefields is the Antietam Creek Campsite, where you can pitch a tent and sleep among the errant ghostly soldiers. Campers have reported seeing the spirits of military men and drummer boys, as well as hearing gunfire, cannons, and general battle sounds. The site is close to a battlefield known as Bloody Lane, which should be a good indication.
It should be a good indication that you probably shouldn't go there.
The holidays at Universal are the best.
Oh, I love the Grinch.
We've tested it.
And it's almost Christmas
Epic
soon.
joy.
Once November's
Refreshing
over.
Coca-Cola.
Him stealing the tree.
It's
As Bloody Lane, which should be a good indication of the horrors that occurred there. Number 3, Ross Castle, County Meath, Ireland. The occupied area surrounding Ross Castle dates back to the Iron Age. Many discoveries of Norman settlement ruins have been made on or near its grounds. The castle itself began as a stronghold in 1533, much like the aforementioned Chillingham Castle. The original owner, Englishman and cruel Baron Richard Nugent, had a daughter named Sabina who had a love affair with an Irishman. The two attempted to elope, however, were struck down by a storm on the seas, and the man drowned, whereas Sabina survived. Heartbroken, she locked herself in Ross Castle Tower, starving herself to death. It's said that she still remains in the castle, mourning the loss of her lover. Her father has also been spotted in the stone halls. Number 2, the Queen Mary, Long Beach, California, United States. The Queen Mary was officially launched by Her Majesty Queen Mary of Teck, grandmother to Elizabeth II, in 1934. The ship served as soldier transport during World War II, and post-war was refurbished as an ocean liner until 1967, at which time she was retired. It remains permanently docked, now a hotel and tourist destination. The Queen Mary is said to be quite haunted.
While she was still sailing, there is a story that a man was found dead in his cabin.
For example, stateroom B340 is said to be frequented by a British passenger who died in 1948, and he pulls blankets, turns on water, and messes with lights. Hatch door number 13 was the site of a crushing accident in 1966, which took the life of an 18-year-old crew member. He has been seen and heard, and even leaves greasy fingerprints on visitors. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Make sure y'all sub to my channel.
Number
right now
1, the Stanley Hotel, Estes Park, Colorado, United States.
Hello,
I love The Shining. It's a very good classic. I love classic horror movies.
This one
Classic
will be
horror movies are
familiar
just the
to
best.
many. The Stanley Hotel was
I'm a
made
big
famous
fan of
as
classic
the
horror
Overlook
movies.
Hotel by Stephen
And
King
and of
with
course,
his
Stephen
novel
King is one
The
of the best to
Shining.
ever do it.
King's inspiration came from an actual stay at the hotel, during which he had a nightmare. Despite this, the hotel already had a reputation for being haunted.
Is this a haunted hotel?
I do think it's very active. Everyone has their own experiences, but you'll have to come here to experience it for yourself.
Original owner Freeland Oscar Stanley's specter has been seen frequently since his death in 1940. His wife Flora, who was a pianist, can be heard playing the piano on occasion. A pious phantom chambermaid is said to push unwed couples apart in their shared beds.
I always think of the hotel as this is the place where the spirits come to party. And then the history, since it's so old, the building holds energy like smoke in the walls.
The stories are really endless, which is striking given that the hotel has not seen as many tragedies as some of the others on this list.
Here's Johnny!
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be.
Alright y'all, that's gonna do it for that video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Always remember to like, comment, and sub to the channel if you guys enjoy the content. I appreciate you guys so much. But yeah, I have lots and lots of content coming this week on my reaction channel, so make sure y'all stay tuned. Make sure y'all are sub to the channel, make sure y'all post notifications turned on. And yeah, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.